Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? 33, check flag 33. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. 49, check 49, check 49. Snap.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Go. Ready?
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And some room to roam now. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, Charlie! Topper! Get it!
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alpha.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, stand off.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Ready, break. Let's go, D. Hey, Stu. Tight ends on Ringo. 6-6, bullet high. Undercurrent.
first and 10. Here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Locke. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Williams. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Hey, Orbit. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
At the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Protein spill. Bang, bang. Bang, go. Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. I got it. Mike check 33. 33.
Operating from the gun. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Go. Down. 70. Indy. 3 bud.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
60 outlaw. Hey, exit. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert going to look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
2nd and 6. He'll get this to Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
50, play. Check in. Hey, here I come. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. And worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And an alley to run. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Man out, man out, man out.
Hey, Haywood.
36.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Herbert. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hey, wahoo!
36. Line 36. I'm coming for you. You mom. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
X3, 218, chopper.
Kill. Alert flare. Flare.
Check, Delta.
Hey, watch it. Check.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
34. Mike 34. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Throwing again. Herbert. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Back to you.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 34. Scoot. I'm coming.
On the ball. Fire.
From the gun, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm coming back.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Good job, fellas.
On is the Chargers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Williams. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Locke got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
64,
Locke now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Locke going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
On the ball. Go.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Let's bring it.
Go. On the go.
To throw again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
You better be afraid of me. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick six. And his throw here is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
42 to the mic. Bound to lose one. Switch.
To throw on third down. Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Locke. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Locke. And his pass incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
36. Line 36. Don't get nervous.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Oh, you got deep? Mike 36.
On 4th down, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, it's Williams. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Williams. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
On the ready.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Go.
25. Check 25.
Rock it. Go. Hit it.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
33. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Deep Griffin.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Williams to return. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They begin the drive with Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Ready.
Push him back.
Get it.
Back to throw. Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Oh, my, it was up for grabs. Now no time on the clock, and an extra point will send us to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for two and end this thing now.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Hey, wahoo! 33. I got it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And what can Locke do with his drive? Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously cannot have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the home team here, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Denver, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,